Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sparks Weekly with Brianne Ingram, where we let the sparks fly. Listen, we've been experiencing a little turbulence lately, but that's all right because we are going to work it out, and we are coming to you live from the Good News Radio here in the land of Los Angeles. I'm so glad to be back. Yes, I am. I'm back, baby. Did you miss me? Because I surely miss you. It feels so good to be back in studio, back in the stew. We have 2 weeks of Sparks coverage to catch up on. We were off last week because the Sparks had a 12:30 p.m. game on Thursday, and it was camp day where all of the kids from different camps came out, and it was a really good time. But we have breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we do. Oh my goodness. I know you're waiting for it. It's the end of a Liz era. Yes, it's Liz Angeles no more. Listen, the LA Sparks announced on Tuesday that the team has agreed to a contract divorce with center Liz Cambage. Liz has left the Sparks. She sat them out. She chunked up the deuces. We have come to the end of a road. However, unlike Boyz II Men, we can let go, and we did let go. Okay, listen. And on Monday night, news was circulating that Liz Cambage was departing from the LA Sparks, and I saw that Ball Out Media tweeted this around like 9 o'clock at night. So I said, listen, I'm just going to wait until this gains a little more traction and see if this is going to be true. And lo and behold, it was true. Liz was trending Monday night. And then they said that the Sparks, they were going to make this announcement on Tuesday morning. And then Tuesday morning came, and the Sparks did, in fact, released the news saying that they agreed on a contract divorce with Liz Cambage. And first of all, the WNBA is so extra, okay? Because, what exactly is a contract divorce? It's basically a buyout. And if the team wants to save some money, the player can agree to take less money from their contract and mutually agree to part ways and terminate the contract, which is what they did. And it was Liz's decision to terminate her $170,000 contract, and it was a 1-year deal with the Sparks. And according to the press release, the Sparks supported her decision to leave the team and said, quote, "It is with support that we share Liz Cambage's decision to terminate her contract with the organization. And we want what's best for Liz, and we have agreed to part ways amicably. The Sparks remain excited about our core group and are focused on our run towards a 2022 playoff berth," end quote. And the Sparks ended up re-signing rookie guard Kiana Smith to a second 7-day contract in place of Liz. And they initially released her after her 7-day contract was up on July 11th. And also reportedly, sources confirmed that Liz Cambage's buyout is for $141,000 and $386. So it's a prorated portion of her $170,000 deal based on how long she was on the roster. And this comes 5 months after Liz signed her 1-year deal with the team in free agency. And she negotiated this deal herself, in fact, after she parted ways with her longtime agent, Allison Gaylor. And see, listen, first fish, now Liz. This has been a very, very dramatic year for my LA Sparks. And, this whole season really has just been wild because this is the fifth contract divorce of the 2022 WNBA season. There was a lot of noise with Tina Charles and the Mercury, and with that happened last month in June. But in Liz's season, with the Sparks, she was second in scoring and rebounding. In 25 games for the Sparks, she averaged 13 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 2.1 assists. However, this was one of her worst years of her whole entire career. And these numbers are her lowest since her rookie season in 2011, and her 25% usage rate was her worst ever in her WNBA career as well. And it was also reported that she was having some chemistry issues with the Sparks players. And these issues apparently date back all the way to late May. And it was reported that she also quit the team. She up and quit, y'all. Listen, am I surprised? Yes, I am surprised that she decided to up and quit as we are trying to make a push into the playoffs. We have 9 games left in the regular season. I was not expecting her to do this late in the game, and we're at the tail end of our season. So to me, that's just something like I can never understand. As a hooper, I could just never quit on my team. And if I don't want to play anymore, I'm just going to wait it out until after the season and write it out and fulfill my contract that I signed, especially if it's only for a year and the year is almost over. Okay, like it's a lot going on. And Coach Fred, he, of course he has some things that he wanted to say. And this is his reaction to Liz departing from the team. Let me pull this up for you really quickly. Let's see.
It was a surprise. I mean, I didn't, I didn't know what really escalated it. A lot of it could have been, things off court, off floor. Who knows? Having conversations with her, afterwards. Just felt it was good for her personally to, make that move. And so all we can do as an organization is, support that and her decisions and just move on.
Even Coach Fred said he was shocked, and Coach Fred and Lizzie, they cool, they go way back. So for him to be caught off by surprise, hey, that to me that says something. And he also described it as an emotional shock right here in this next clip right here.
Um, yes, I was surprised a little. It's kind of a, emotional shock. A lot of it is, kind of played a former team that she's with, and a lot of emotions flew around. And you know, it was a surprise right now, but I have to respect what she wants. And once a person gives you that verbally what she wants, you have to listen because it could be something else that be something that's not related to basketball.
Yes, yes. So an emotional shock. Oh man, yeah. But they do respect her decision, and yeah, I mean, as we should. Listen, it's her decision. She got to do what's best for her, and also he also responds as to reasons why she may have left the team. This is what Coach Fred had to say.
I think it's a combination of both. One is, she wasn't really, you know, really on the level of her play of how she felt, and then things I think personally was kind of like lingering with her, and so she just felt it was just right for her to make that step away.
Hey, she felt like it was right. And listen, Liz said it herself that her and Coach Fred go way back. Like he coached her while she was in Dallas. So I'm thinking that, he's going to be the one to, bring out her potential that we all know that she has. But it just didn't work out that way. And also in the presser, uh Coach Fred was saying that some of the questions that he was being asked, like these are really questions for her that only she can really answer, and so there are definitely some unanswered questions. But Chris Haynes, he is a senior NBA insider for Yahoo Sports and a TNT sideline reporter for the NBA, and he wrote an article saying how and well he wrote an article detailing what possibly led up to her departure. And in fact, I actually met Chris recently at the Sparks game where we chopped it up for a little bit. And in his article, he, says that Liz's frustration that it came from not getting enough post touches from her Sparks teammates and in return, out of annoyance, the players began force feeding her the ball regardless of the play that was being run. And reportedly, after the loss on Saturday against the Aces, Cambage rushed to the locker room to get dressed for an early exit. And she said to her teammates, quote, "I can't do this anymore. Best of luck to you guys," end quote. She said before storming out. And reportedly, her teammates were shocked at the timing, but not of the result, according to the article. And also according to Chris, there were some issues with Liz's number choice. Initially, she wanted number 8. Um, but the Sparks told her, "Listen, hey, we can't give you number 8 because we're retiring Delisha Milton Jones's number and we're honoring her." And so Liz then said, "Okay, well, I'll take number 1." And so at the time, the number belonged to Amanda Zowie B because Amanda was still on the team, and that was her number. And Fish approached Amanda and about giving her number to Liz, and Zowie B, she politely declined, according to sources. And time went by, and management eventually just still decided to give the number to Liz. And Zowie B says that she found this out on social media. And this apparently ruffled some feathers in the locker room, according to the article. And the Sparks eventually suspended Zowie B's contract because she was playing overseas at the time and she was going to miss at least like 13 games of the Sparks season. And they needed to finalize the roster before the season started. So they they had to do that. They had to do what they had to do. And Zowie B really wanted to play for us and be in LA. So, she was talking about it on Twitter just recently and how it took her a minute to be at peace with the fact that she wasn't playing for the Sparks. And to me, it's like, since you lose a center, it would have made more sense to pick up another center. Especially one who wants to be here. But I mean, that's just, my logic. And reportedly, over the past few few years, Sparks players have complained about the lack of leadership delegation and accountability from higher ups. And I can definitely see this because I've talked about this at length about the leadership issues within the Sparks organization. Also, according to Chris's story, there were some problems during film sessions. Liz will oftentimes, quote, call out teammates, accusing them of looking her off and not targeting her. And teammates would counter that and say she's not sealing in the post and that she seldom gets back on defense when a turnover occurs. It was a conundrum that went unresolved, end quote. And Liz not getting back on defense is true. Yeah, that is very true. And I mean, listen, I'm not for quitting, but at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you, especially because you're not doing anyone any favors if you stay in a place where, listen, you don't want to be. Okay, like you don't want to be in that position. You don't want to be with someone who does not want to be with you. Okay, that's in any relationship. In any relationship. So it's just like, hey, as the Sparks did, they say, hey, I release you. And I'll be the first to say that I think I expected too much of Liz. I expected her to average, like a double double, and to live up to her potential, but it just never transpired. But according to sources, there are currently no interested WNBA teams. And I mean, I can see that because she tends to complain a lot and all the baggage just doesn't seem worth it. But it just looks like her heart wasn't in it. And honestly, if your heart isn't in something, then your heart isn't in it. And it's as simple as that. And this seems like this is the case for her. And because of that, then listen, you shouldn't be doing it. So I don't see her signing with another team this season, especially as it's been reported that no other team has any interest as of right now. And it seems like she wants to step away from the game as of this moment. And Liz doesn't just play basketball. She models, she's a DJ, she has her Vital Drop company. She partakes in a lot of different things. And Maybe she loves being in LA, but playing basketball in LA, well, that's a different story. But I hope all is well, and I want all the best for her. But with her gone, we are able to have a more up tempo pace and up and down the floor, like what Coach Fred wants, and hopefully we can get more out in transition on both ends, especially on defense, because our transition defense has been no bueno this whole year. But he's talked about this at length about having more of a faster pace with the team, and now we are able to see more of it. Olivia is going to get more minutes. Shanae is going to get more minutes, and Shanae, she gets her boards. She does. So this is a great opportunity for someone who really wants to go and get it. Yes, indeed. All right. So look, I'm looking right now at the Sparks' next season outlook because for this year, we should make the playoffs and we are in position to do so. But another concern of mine is our future. This has been a tumultuous season for us and we've been through a lot. Okay. Now I'm looking forward down the line and see how we're going to look for next season because my questions are, um, you know who's going to be our next coach. Like what's going to happen. So our next season outlook is the Sparks. We only have two players under contract for next season, and that's Kennedy Carter, who is in her fourth year of her rookie deal, and Katie Lou, who is a protected veteran, and everyone else is an unrestricted free agent, not including the rookies. Okay. So of course, this has been a dramatic Sparks season. And honestly, this isn't the Sparks that I grew up on. Okay. We need to rise back into prominence. We are in dire need of leadership. Okay. We are in the process of an entire rebuild. So we have a lot to figure out for our future. Going forward, we have so many unanswered questions. Who's going to be our next coach? Who's going to be our next GM? And the Sparks, they need another star. Okay. They need another star to pair with NECA, someone who wants it, someone who wants to ball, someone who is focused on basketball and not all the extras. Okay. We need to establish an identity. We need to establish a team culture. And that is something that my cousin Eric, who was talking about while he was on the show, shout out to my cousin, because we need that. We need some direction and we need players who want to hoop. We need players who want to ball, who want to win. We are LA. We are the Sparks. This is what we are about. Okay. So listen, we need to get back to being the Sparks that I know that we used to be. Okay. And I know we are LA. We are attracted to the fame and all of that, but we don't need any more big names just for the sake of names. We need people who can fulfill their jobs, to do their jobs, and know exactly what they are doing. Otherwise, we're just going to be right back in the same boat that we are in right now, and we can't afford that. We just cannot do it. All right. So let's move on to some game takeaways. So the Sparks just recently wrapped up their 7-game homestand with a 4-3 record last Thursday. They finished strong with an 85-78 win against the Atlanta Dream last Thursday, and we are currently in the 6th spot in the standings with a 12-15 record. But this past Saturday, in our most recent game, the Sparks fell to the Aces 84-66 in Las Vegas. We fell and we fell hard. Yes, we did. This was our season finale against the Aces. They swept us. We are 0-4 against them for the season. And we were on a 2-game winning streak, before facing the Aces. And in this game, we only had an 8-player rotation. We're not really healthy right now. So hopefully we can get healthy before the playoffs. Shanae didn't play. She was expected to, but an hour and 30 minutes before the game, she was ruled out with an illness. And Lexi Brown, she was out due to her ankle. She got into that collision with Tiffany Hayes, where Hayes fell on Lexi's ankle. And Lexi, she felt some discomfort on the plane ride, she said. And she decided that she wasn't ready to go. And Tiffany, listen, she got to be careful because she had to leave the game after she collided with Lexi. And then I've seen her get into a couple of other collisions after this one with Lexi. And then she collided with Stewie on Sunday trying to intercept the pass. Then she had another one that I saw. Listen, she got to be more careful, okay? And Christy, she was out because of her calf injury. I saw that for today's game that she is probable, so she might play tonight. And then on Saturday's game, she didn't travel with the team. Neither did Ray Burrell. They were back in LA rehabbing. So hopefully Tolliver will be ready to go tonight. And, we've been having an 8-player rotation pretty often lately. But Liz and Kennedy Carter, they made their returns last game. And, Kennedy, she was back from her knee injury. And they returned in the Atlanta game. Les and Kennedy, they did. But we didn't start off on the right foot in this game on Saturday. In fact, let me just pull up this. Oh man, this first play of the game. Let me pull this up for you, because this is something that we cannot continue to have going forward in our playoff run, or at least leading up to the playoffs, and just especially we should make the playoffs as well. But check this out. So this is the first play of the game.
They're ready for a good game. I'm ready for a good game. Everybody knows their assignments.
Absolutely. Tip is up. The Aces come away with it. And it was Liz Cambage, former ace, with the jump against Asia Wilson. It's alumni weekend. There are over 40 alumni in the building as the Aces score first. Jackie Young on the run.
Okay, I'm gonna. So we saw that. I'm gonna go back to a play-by-play of what just happened. Okay, so that was just unacceptable, by the way, especially on the first play of the game. Okay, so we see they got
everybody knows their assignments.
Absolutely.
Aces get the tip off.
The Aces
Chelsea Gray has the ball. She's dribbling up the court.
With the jump against Asia Wilson.
So as we see, Asia Wilson comes right here to right inside the top of the key, and Chelsea Gray, she goes to set not like a screen, but like like a little screen right there on Katie Lou, and then Jackie Young, she just comes and Asia Wilson just hands the ball off to her. But do you see this wide open middle right here? This is unacceptable. Okay, listen, we were just congested up here at the top of the screen. We got 3 players. You got 3 Aces players and 3 Sparks players. The middle was as wide open as a partner of the Red Sea. And Jackie Young is just gonna blow by. She blows by Liz. But listen, where's the help defense? We were just standing there, standing up. So listen, look. It's too late. It's a bucket. It's too late. We have to protect the paint first. And for some reason, we don't collapse on the drivers. This has been one of our Achilles heels. Okay. And too many times I've seen players just waltz right into the basket without even a hand in their face. Just too easy. And that's something that Aces, they've been taking advantage of so far. I guess we don't have to worry about that now, with Liz being off the team. But when Asia, because she is a threat from the inside out, they draw her out to the top of the key, as we can see, and it opens the middle right up. And then they just drive in or just drop it down low for easy buckets. But see, we're not communicating. We have to communicate, and that's a problem. And if we don't, that's all day for them. And we missed 7 of our 11 first shots. And around the 4-minute mark, we were down by 10 with 6:16 left. But towards the end of the first quarter, we decided to fight back. And we led the Aces 22-21 going into the second quarter. But our bench started to make some plays. And Kennedy started to make some plays off the bench, giving us a spark. And in the third quarter, we were only down 53 to 57. We were only down by 4. So, if we want to have any shot in the playoffs, we can't allow these things to happen. I understand we have an 8-player rotation, but that's no excuse right there. And the fourth quarter is really where we ran out of gas. And we were only down 2 points, 57-59 with 7 minutes and 47 seconds left. The Aces, they ballooned to 20 points. They had a 20-point lead, and we just stopped playing defense. And our defense became stagnant. And listen, from that 7:46 mark, the Aces scored 25 points, and we scored 9. Okay? In fact, let me just show you a quick little clip of what exactly was happening in this fourth quarter. Let's see. Because this was, it was a lot going on.
3 points now. Canada guarding Gray, trying to steal.
Yes, she does.
Jordan Canada picked the pocket of have the best pocket picker in this league.
Right down there. And this
set some screens for mismatch.
Okay, so we got Kennedy, and then so this was the momentum shift right here. This is the momentum shift, the transition bucket by the Aces. That's when everything started to go astray. As you can see now, they up by it's 3 minutes left, 71-60, and another 3. That's what they call timeout, 74-60.
I say so.
3 minutes left, a little over 3 minutes left.
Know that the sacrifices.
A minute left.
Been great hands. And as you see,
Then under a minute, 45 seconds left. Another 3 by Kelsey Plum, 20 points, just like that. Yeah, so no, we can't allow that. That was just too close. 7 minutes, and they scored 25 points within 7 minutes, and we only scored 9. Yeah, no, that's no good. That's no good. And so we have a lot of things to clean up. And in our game against the Dream, we did win. We won 85-78, and it was camp day. It was one of the best days, one of the best crowds that the Sparks have had this season. I didn't realize there were so many camps out here in LA. But it was really good to see that. In fact, they need to have more community events. So I was really glad that we were able to have that. And Lisa Leslie came out, Essence Carson, T.R. Ruffin, Pratt was there. So it was really cool. It was really cool to see that. All right, everyone. So we are going to take a quick little commercial break. We will be right back here with Sparks Weekly with Brianne Ingram. Stay tuned.
Did you know that recent studies have proven that the Primos Chidos radio increases life expectancy and loss of weight? So make sure to catch us every Thursday at 12 p.m. on the TGN Latinx station.
Birthdays are meant for celebration. And when it comes to celebrating, Flour and Sugar never misses a beat. Offering custom cake designs to fit any special occasion, your cake will be the talk around town. From sushi cakes to perfume bottles, everything is always edible with flavors like Oreo, banana pudding, and our top flavor, strawberry shortcake. I can't miss it. Order your special cake today by email at flourandsugarla@gmail.com or visit our website at flourandsugar.store. Or if you want to see new design, follow us on Instagram at _flour_and_sugar_.
Hey, my name is Jasmine Sweets, and I'm so excited to be bringing you The Sweet Spot on TGN Vibes, Good Vibes, and R&B. Playing the old school, new school, and in between. I'm coming to you this summer. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, it's the Primos Chidos.
Hopefully you're enjoying this show, but if it sucks, be sure to check out our show, live Thursdays at 12.
Yeah, join me and my sister and basically my brother as we discuss everything from immigration to ejaculation.
If that sounds interesting, then we're the show for you.
Warning, the following podcast features discussion of sensitive topics, graphic content, and uncensored stupidity. Unless otherwise stated, the featured content is not discussed by professionals or experts. TGN and the Primos Chidos must advise against taking anything said on this program too seriously. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo, this is Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked, and even though they extra as hell, check out Never Not Extra on TGN Network.
That's right.
Y'all gotta have notes, cue cards, teleprompter.
Hey there, business owners. Don't miss our limited time offer. Advertise on the Good News Radio as low as $2 per commercial slot. That's right. Promote your business up to 4 times a day, every day for a month on live radio. If you're interested, email us at contact@tgnradio.net. Once again, that's contact@tgnradio.net.
Pit.
I'm glad you asked. The Podcast Pit is an event where you will find some of your favorite podcasts performing in front of a live audience.
Will there be food and drinks there?
Of course there will be. It's at Joxer Dailies in Culver City. They have a full bar and a full menu.
Hey, I may need to tell people about this as well.
Yes, come with me. Let's tell them. The Podcast Pit is coming.
The Podcast Pit is coming. Hey, what's up, business owners? Are you looking to take your business a step forward? Are you looking for more people to know what you have to offer? You are in luck. The Good News Radio has a special deal for you right now. You can get a commercial slot 4 times a day, every day for a month. If you are interested, special deal for you right now. You can get a commercial slot 4 times a day, every day for a month. If you are interested, now you can get a commercial slot.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back to Sparks Weekly with Brianne Ingram. Yes, and if you're just joining us, we just wrapped up our talk about the Liz Cambage parting of ways with the LA Sparks. And now, we're going into some recapping of the Sparks games. As I stated before, the Sparks just wrapped up their 7-game homestand. And Lisa Leslie, she was at the Fever game. Yes, she was. She was in the building when the Sparks won 86-79 against the Fever, and Nneka went off. She scored her season high 35 points. Yes, she did. And at this game, as I say, Essence Carson was in the building, Tierra Ruffin Pratt, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert also made a stop in LA. There was a press conference with her. I was able to ask her about the $75 million in funds that the league raised earlier in February. So you can go check that out on my YouTube page. And also the Sparks lost to the Sky 80-68. And they held Candace Parker scoreless. I did not see that coming. And this was actually the first time in her WNBA career that has ever happened. The Sparks, the Sky, they still won. But congrats to Candace Parker for winning the ESPY for Best WNBA Player. All right, so we're going to get into just a couple of Sparks highlights. I saw some plays that I really enjoyed. The first one is going to be Nneka. She scored her 5,000th point. Okay, so we got to check that out real quick. Listen, shout out to Nneka doing her thing. Okay, here it is. 5,000 points for Nneka Ogwumike.
Here's Nneka with 7 against Stevens. The push shot, and there it is. 5,000 points.
Yes, 5,000 points. And she did it against the Sky. So, yeah, shout out to Nneka. Congratulations on that. All right, so here we go. This is Sykes' block on Hamby. This was just nasty. Look what Sykes is doing out here.
Starts on the season,
yes.
Player, 11 games.
Okay, they get it back.
Was out 6 with an elbow injury.
Oh, she out of nowhere. Oh my goodness. Sykes came out of nowhere with that block on De'Erica Hamby. Listen, here's another angle. Here's another angle right here. Closer. Oh, right here. Came from the help side. Oh man, I love that. That's classic Slim right there. Classic Slim. All right, so now we have JC to Slim. Jordan Canada to Slim. Let's check it out.
Points, but she's gobbling up every single rebound here in this first half. Canada with the poke and the steal. Sparks with numbers. The ball fake leaves it.
That was just beautiful. That was just beautiful. I loved it. Especially that little wraparound pass she had. All right. And let's see. It says can't see all of them. Okay, here we go. Kennedy with the buzzer beater. Kennedy Carter with the buzzer beater. Let's check this out.
And now the Atlanta Dream had 8 offensive rebounds.
Yes.
Going coast to coast.
Coast to coast with it.
Beating the buzzer.
Yes. I love Kennedy Carter's game. I really do. And here's Nneka with the spin cycle. I love Nneka and her spin moves.
The long lead pass to Smith.
Blocked by Katie
nice
Lou.
defense from behind there by Katie Lou.
Okay.
Here comes
Look
Nneka
at
one-on-one
this.
against
This is
Egbo.
beautiful.
Oh, spin cycle left hand. Nneka, don't be so mean.
With the left, too. With the left. Shout out to Nneka, man. Yes, indeed. I love it. I love it. All right, everyone. Those are our best of the week highlights that we have from our Sparks. You know, I got to, showcase the greatness that we doing out there on the floor. I love to see it. All right, so the WNBA announced that they are going to have a new playoff format this year, and the playoffs are less than a month away. The regular season ends on August 14th, and the playoffs begin on Wednesday, August 17th. And since 2016 through 2021, the WNBA has had a 1-1-5-5 format. So they've had 4 rounds, meaning for the first 2 rounds, there was a single elimination. And the final 2 rounds, it was a best out of 5 series. And so I'm going to pull this up for you so you can see a better look at it. And let's see. Here we go. So as you can see, last year, there were buys. So the top 2 teams, so Connecticut and then the Aces, they had 2 rounds of a bye. So they didn't meet. They didn't have to play a game till the semifinals. And so the first 2 rounds, as you can see, the Liberty and the Phoenix, whoever won, it was a single elimination. So whoever won, the lower seed came over here and played Minnesota. And then the higher seed from this game over here came over here and played Seattle. Okay, so the top 2 teams had buys, and and then the 3rd and 4th seed, they only had a first round bye. Okay, but for this season, there are no buys. There are absolutely 0. So let's check this out. So in the first round, the format is actually a 3-3-5, and there are only 3 rounds in this new playoff format. So no more single elimination. I remember last year people were really upset about the single elimination. They did not like it at all. They wanted more basketball. And so for this year, in the first round, the higher seed will host games 1 and 2 at their house, and the lower seed will host game 3. Okay. And in the best of 5 series, it's still the same, where the higher seed will host games 1 and 2 and 5, and the lower seed will host games 3 and 4. So again, there are no buys, and all 8 playoff teams will play at least one best of 3 series. Okay. So no single elimination, and you got your wish. And I actually, prefer to have more basketball too. So I'm never going to complain about seeing more basketball. I'm all about it, all for it. And so the matchups, 1 will play 8, 2, number 2 seed will play number 7 seed, number 3 seed will play number 6 seed, and number 4 seed will play the number 5 seed. Okay. Yes, indeed. And also, none of the 4 teams with the bye won a series in the 2021 WNBA playoffs last year. None of them. Okay. So as of today, let's see. As of today, July 28th, this is what the first round of matchups, what they're gonna look like. So the Chicago Sky will be playing the Atlanta Dream. Okay, and the winner will play number 4 versus number 5. So that'll be the Seattle Storm versus the Washington Mystics. And then so the Aces, they'll play the Dallas Wings as of today. Number 3, Connecticut will play us, the Sparks. And number 4, Seattle will play number 5, the Washington Mystics. And the Sky actually clinched the first seed in their game against the Storm on July 20th. And the Sky are actually in a better position this year than they were last year. They were a 500 team with a 16-16 record, and now they are the top seeded team with a 21-7 league best record. And the Aces actually clinched their playoff berth against us on Saturday. And so it's a tight race from 6th to the 8th spot. And listen, every game matters at this point. Okay, and I'm looking at the schedule that we're gonna play. We have 9 games left in the regular season, and tonight we play the Mercury. We should be able to beat them, I think. But Skylar, she's been going off lately, so we gonna have to step that up and see what's up with that game tonight. And also, let's see, we play the Lynx on Sunday. We should beat them. We should be able to steal at least one of these games against the Liberty next week. It's a back-to-back game. We play in New York. We should be able to get at least one. I'm thinking. I think so. And then we play the Dream again. And I don't think Ryan Howard is going to have another game like she had when she played us when they were out here. She was 2 for 14 from the field with 10 points, and I don't think that's going to happen again. So listen, we got to be ready for her. Then we play the Mystics and the Sun twice. Those we gotta be on par for them, because those are teams that are higher seeded than us. So I'm not gonna say it's a shoe-in, but we gotta come ready for them. And of course, we have our season closer against the Wings again. Hopefully, it's not a repeat of last year. I hope not. Listen, last year that game was a deciding factor. But right now, we're in good position to where we don't have to make that a reality again. So we just have to take care of business. And the Commissioner's Cup actually just passed. It was played on Tuesday, where the Sky and the Aces faced off against each other, and the Aces actually took home the trophy with a 10-point 83-73 win over the Sky. And it's basically a tournament within a tournament. The Commissioner's Cup, it has no bearing on the actual finals. And so it's a tournament within itself. The cash prize was $500,000 for the players, and at least $165,000 went to the donations and charity. And each team has a charity organization that they donated to. And so the player payout was $30,000 per player, and the Sky payout, theirs was $10,000 per player. So the winner, they got 30 per player, and then the loser, they got 10 per player. And Chelsea Gray, you can see she cheesing over here with the trophy right here. And she took home the MVP. Yes, she did. And she got to take home an extra $5,000. She put up 19 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And Asia, she actually nearly had a triple-double. She had 17 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 blocks with the legendary Don Staley in the building. And Don Staley was also doing some broadcasting for this game as well. And as you can see, this trophy that the Commissioner's Cup have, that they have for the players, it looks a lot better than the trophy for the All-Star game. This is a nice trophy for the team, and also for the dub, and also for the MVP. That is a trophy, okay? And also, let me scroll down a little bit more so you can see. That's a nice photo right there. Yeah, I like that. And just real quick, so Commissioner had little jokes for Kelsey Plum. Let's see. This is after the Commissioner's Cup. This is what they did to Kelsey Plum. Right. So the commissioner gonna give Kelsey Plum, the MVP of the All-Star game, an actually a smaller trophy than she gave her from the All-Star game. So to make fun of all the noise, she had decided to give her a smaller trophy. So it's just like, man, listen, yeah, she got jokes, but hopefully y'all actually give her an actual trophy, man. Stop playing with her. Listen, we get it, it's all jokes and everything, but hopefully they can just give her her due diligence and get a girl a nice trophy that she deserves. All right. And so moving on to BG. So we have a BG update really quickly. And so BG's trial continued in a Russian court on Tuesday, and there has been talk about a potential swap for BG. And yesterday, the U.S. offered a deal to exchange convicted Russian arms dealer Paul Whelan for Brittany Griner. And hopefully they can make that happen. Hopefully they can as soon as possible. Also, it was revealed on Tuesday that her defense attorney stated the reason why she had the weed in her luggage is her attorney said that she used the cannabis as a medicine and it was prescribed to her by a doctor and that it wasn't for recreational purposes. He also stated that BG involuntarily packed the cannabis in her luggage because she was in a rush. So those are the updates on that, but hopefully listen, they can, because they were talking about a potential swap like recently as well, like before they actually decided to actually offer someone else up. So, they were talking about that. So hopefully they can actually make that deal happen because it's been going on far too long. So just give them someone who they want. We get someone who we want, and let's just be done with this. Let's just be done. Let's bring BG home, man, for real. All right. So right now we have a Throwback Thursday in the building. Yes, it's only right that we have our Throwback Thursday Player of the Day, and it is none other than this player. She was just at the game. So I figured it was only right to spotlight her. And let me pull this up for you. Where is she at? Okay, so she was just at the game. And her name is Essence Carson. Yes, Essence. It's only right. Okay, this is perfect timing. Okay, so as I said, she was just at the game. So I figured, listen, I gotta spotlight her today. So she was drafted in 2008 with a 7th overall pick by the New York Liberty, and she played for the Sparks from 2016 through 2018, and she won a chip with us in 2016. Yes, and she is also a hip hop artist and producer under the name Prep. I believe that's how she pronounces it. It's spelled PR and then the number 3 and then P and then a capital E. Yes. And she shared with ESPN some of the songs on her playlist, on her way to her games. And she had Hypnotized by Biggie, and I actually played Hypnotized at the start of the show. She also had in her playlist, This Is America by Childish Gambino, KOD by J. Cole, Nice for What by Drake, I Like It by Cardi B, and also On the Way, OTW by Khalid, Black and Ty Dolla $ign. Listen, I especially love this choice because, listen, I love Black. Listen, he is one of my favorite artists out. And, of course, Ty Dolla. Listen, but I love me some Black. And, of course, I really, really love this song. It's just a nice song. It really is. So, listen, congrats to Essence Carson. Yes. I had to play with the little sound effects real quick. So there we go. Congrats to Essence Carson. Oh man, it was really good to see her. It really, really was. Okay, let's see what we have going here. So the Sparks, we have as I stated before, we have 9 games left in the regular season. So we have a busy week ahead. We have an away game in Phoenix against the Mercury tonight at 7 p.m. on the CBS network. And tonight, what I really want to see is I want us to see just us bounce back from all this adversity that we have been going through for this whole season. Listen, we can do it. We can do it. But one of our main things is our defense. It's just we have to, with Liz out now, what we can do is we can just get back faster in transition. We don't have to wait. And on the offensive end, Coach Fred was talking about, hey, we just got to rely more on our shooting, and instead of, just, I guess, pounding it inside, where Liz was. So that's what he said that we're gonna continue to work on. And that's something that we definitely, need to do, because going forward, this is we approaching playoff time, so we can't afford to play any more games. We just cannot do it. And right now, since we are, currently the 6th seed, it looks like we are going to be playing Connecticut. If Connecticut can stay at the 3rd spot and win the 3rd seed, and I would much rather play Connecticut than the Chicago Sky or the Aces. Let's just be real. I do not want to play them in the first round. I'd much rather see Connecticut. I think that's going to be a better matchup for us. They have Jonquel Jones down low. And I think it'll be better for us going forward. And then we can go from there. But before we, do that, we have to take care of these 9 games first. 9 of them first, okay? And just circling back really quickly, so I was able to ask the commissioner. I think we have a little bit more time where I can just talk really quickly about the money that was raised um from the league. So this is the question that I posed to Commissioner Kathy Engelberg really quickly.
So, Commissioner, the league raised $75 million in February from investors. So, what is the plan for the allocation of those funds?
Yeah, so first, a capital raise, when you raise capital, it is to invest in innovation, digital, globalizing the game, higher player pay. There's like a lot of things that we have planned for that. Marketing, which is important, building rivalries. Some of the things we did at All-Star, we did our first WNBA live outdoor festival. So a lot of things that we're trying to do to, look at every consumer and fan touch point and also grow the league. And by the way, just to raise capital at the size and scale that we did is a huge vote of confidence in the league, in women's sports, in the WNBA, to have investors like former Secretary, Condoleezza Rice and Michael Dell, and business people, and half of our current owners that also invested, including the LA Sparks ownership group. So it's just an amazing thing that we were able to accomplish. But now you have to deploy it over usually 3 to 5 years, and you start to see that return. So that's what we started to do. We're doing more ad buys, media, more marketing of players. We'll have about over 1.5 million of money that will pay players to market the WNBA in the off season. So hopefully you'll see us more in the off season, especially their season ending a little earlier because of the FIBA World Cup today. So that's, I know that was a lot, but that's some of the stuff we're deploying the capital against.
Yes, indeed. So yes, the league raised $75 million from investors in February. And I remember thinking, okay, this is a good step in the right direction. But I didn't remember them giving many details as to what they were going to be doing and using this money for. And that's something that I've been wondering about. And so because the league didn't raise 7 million, they raised not 17 million, but $75 million. And I've been wondering exactly, as I said, what they were going to be doing with their money. And so since I had the opportunity, I asked WNBA commissioner about the plan for the allocation of these funds. And I'm glad she answered it. She said they're going to deploy it, from 3 to 5 years. And okay, yeah, you don't want to spend it all at once, but we are still having issues with travel. The Chicago Sky just had some other issues. I think the Aces, a lot of teams, we are, the Sparks included, we've had all these issues with travel. And so I would love to see a lot of that money go towards that, because that's something that should just be a non-issue. It really, really should. So hopefully they use the money, they said marketing. We can definitely use some more dollars in that area, because there's so many things that we could be doing as far as marketing. I remember Lisa Leslie, she used to come in LA. I used to go to Weingart YMCA when I was a kid. And I actually remember Lisa Leslie being there, speaking. I don't remember exactly what she said, but I remember her presence. And so I would love to see them just have more WNBA players just out more in the community. We need to have more camp days. We need to see that. We need to see, more involvement, more community engagement to get these fans out, to the games and more engaged so we can just continue to grow our league. I would love to continue to see that because that's what we need. That's what we need. There's so many opportunities that are there that the league has at their disposal that they just need to take advantage of. And so since we have these funds, I would just love to just see that go towards it. I really, really would. It only makes sense because we only want to, better our league and of course have it to where everyone loves it and where the players, they want to continue to play for the league and, continue to grow their brands as well. So listen, we are coming towards the tail end of our show today. Goodness, it went by so fast. It went by so fast today. Oh my goodness. So yes, let's see. We have, as I said, we have another game tonight against the Phoenix Mercury. Yes, we do. So hopefully we can, go out there and, I want to see us continue to fight for our playoff spot. Okay, and listen, we play, so we have a game tonight. Then we play the Sylvia Fowles and the Lynx on Sunday at 4 p.m. Let's see. Yes, we do. Where's my volume? Is it not coming up? There we go. All right. So yes, so we have that. And listen, Liz, okay? You don't got to call the Sparks, okay? Because we're going to be all right tonight. We're going to be all right. You don't got to call. It's okay, Liz. It's okay because we're going to be all right. Yes, we are, okay? So then we play the Lynx on Sunday at 4. Then we take a trip to New York. We're going to have a back-to-back. I want us to continue to fight for a playoff spot. And also, shout out to my mom. She had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you. And listen, hopefully, we go out there and we do our thing tonight. So listen, this has been Sparks Weekly with Brianne Ingram. I will catch you right back here next Thursday at 4 p.m. on the Good News Radio.